From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, drivers passing cars on congested roads, speeding and taking unnecessary risks. That's what police are warning against after a deadly Easter weekend on our roads. 7 people have died, with several others injured. Road Policing Director Superintendent Steve Greeley is urging people to drive to the conditions, especially with bad weather on the way. Concerns the human rights of Muslims aren't being considered in our trade talks with India. India's passed a law fast-tracking citizenship on the basis of religion for people who fled from neighbouring countries before 2015. However, Muslims are excluded from the citizenship pathway. Massey University's Mohan Datta says the Indian Muslims here are exposed to the Islamophobia online because of this law.
How are human rights of Muslims being taken into account within the context of the trade deal? Is there a human rights framework even being considered?
Calls for a review of Easter trading laws, with 2 Wanaka supermarkets set to be fined for remaining open over one of the town's busiest weekends. The town's 2 New World supermarkets have remained open on Good Friday and Easter Sunday, a potential breach of Easter trading laws. Wanaka Business Chamber's Glenn Peet says the situation needs to be seen in balance. Mr. Peet says while the shops are breaking the law, they've done so to serve their community. Concerned sports clubs are not prepared enough to deal with integrity issues. An AUT survey of thousands of community sports clubs has found most are not discussing these issues at committee level. Integrity issues range from doping to manipulation, bullying, harassment and discrimination. AUT sports management expert Mel Johnson says far too many clubs are at risk of being too reactive to these kinds of problems.
It's really important to prioritise talking about that within the club and at the committee to make it really clear before something happens.
That's news. In sport, the New Zealand women's cricket team's in with a big chance of beating England in the opening one-dayer in Wellington. Moments ago, England was 125 for 6, just past the halfway mark in their innings, chasing 208 to win. Paul Cole hopes to put on a more comprehensive performance in the final of the London Squash Classic against Egypt's Mustafa Asal tomorrow morning. The New Zealander edged past Welshman Joel Macon in 5 games in the semi-final. Cole says if he gets this one thing right on court, he'll be on his way.
Stop hitting the bloody tin, might help.
Very good. I mean, it's a short, sweet answer.
Simple. I mean, like you say, 8 mistakes in the first set's a joke. So, I can't be happy with that, and I can't let that happen again.
Cole's final starts around 4 o'clock in the morning. That's sport. I'm Joe Gilfillan.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.